What is going on, guys? Jaden Cow here, and welcome to episode 2 of Making a Film from Scratch. Now, for those of you who remember, most of you probably don't, I put the video up very briefly and unlisted it. There's been a lot going on. I released episode 1 of Making a Film from Scratch in January of 2022, January 25th. So we are about 10 months from episode 1. And why has it been so long since I put something out? Why has it been so long since I've been putting this film together? Well, I'll tell you a few things. One, after January, I ended up booking a mini-series. So I shot a mini-series in February in Arkansas, which is coming out in November, over Thanksgiving. It's called Saved by Grace. Stoked for you guys to check that out. So after Saved by Grace, I went to Texas and did a reality TV show as an assistant camera. And then in April, I directed my first feature film for hire. It's called Shark Waters. It was a feature film for the studio asylum that we shot, which was really exciting. And then I moved to LA. So since May, I have been in Los Angeles. I got a new agency. I've been booking feature films. I've worked on 2 feature films as an actor. And now we're back on track. And in between that, I've done things here and there for the film. So number 1, the first thing I said I was going to do for the film is get a budget. So at the beginning of pre-production, we're going to get a budget. So we got a budget. We've got a minimal budget. It's not insane, but it's a budget that we'll be able to grow once we get into the crowdfunding stages, once we get into talking about sponsorships with companies, but we have enough of a budget to get the film off of the ground. So what are we doing in episode 2 here? Now that we have our budget, what is the next step? Well, we've got to get our talent. Let's make a call real quick.
Oh, what's good?
Yo, you sleeping?
I was about to.
Oh, shoot, my bad, bro.
On my laptop.
Damn. Huh?
You need me to read for a self-tape?
Yeah, bro, I need you to, no, I just did a tape. I still have the lights on. Oh, yeah, because you saw the lighting? You're like, whoa. Nah, bro. Yeah, I just want to talk to you about Off-Rip, dude.
Did you, I thought maybe you lit the FaceTime.
Yeah, I did. I wanted to look extra commercialized just for you.
I'm gonna call you back one second, alright?
Alright. So, the guy on the phone that you'll see... Oh shoot, I should record the screen. The guy on the phone is Ethan Rich. He's an actor, a friend of mine, who I really want to be in this film. He's a super talented actor. I've done 2 feature films with him, Last of the Grads and Soulmates. Check those out. He just did a TV show in Hawaii. He did a Disney TV show. But this is a super low budget film. And so, it's, you want to bring your friends into films, but they have standards sometimes, and I get that. But I was texting him earlier, and he said that he was still down. Yo. Dude, so we're looking to do this thing in February.
Okay.
I know it's a far time out, so if something else comes up, it's always like a thing or whatever. It's, no biggie, but I just wanted to hear your thoughts and where you're at on everything and, how you feel about it, man.
I mean, I haven't worked on anything since Disney Plus, which was finished in May, so I'm free and available, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, man, I'd love to do the film with you. I mean, it'd be sick just to have another chance to be creative with you and you know, play a character that is in a world that I think I can play and handle, and I want to, you know, and prove myself in that way.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. I think it's gonna be. I mean, ideally, we're gonna be able to get more going. I think I'm since we have a minimal budget. I think I'm also gonna do a crowdfunding, as well as just see what I can do with sponsorships and the skim companies and stuff like that. But dude, we made mind games for nothing, and I know like with all the experience we have at this point, like we can make it so much better and make something just fucking. I mean, and just tell a meaningful story, you know. So I think that's something I've been missing out here is like, it's cool to come out to LA and grind on the acting stuff, but there's nothing like telling your own story and getting to put everything together, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Sick.
All right, guys. So we are back. We just got off the phone with Ethan Rich, the man, the myth, the legend. So the next thing we're looking to do is get the rest of our cast, or at least put a casting out there for the roles that we want to get. Now, when it comes to the casting process, how else are you able to cast people? How else can you get talent? Well, you can get them through connections. You can get them through casting websites. You can get them through casting directors who will do things for you. And the best way I've found casting talent is based off of starting with people I know. So we've got Ethan Rich. I'm possibly going to play Chris, which is the main character. We'll see. I'm going to put a casting out and see if I can find someone who can do a great job at such a low budget. Sometimes that's not quite doable. It doesn't work. So I might grow my hair out. I got 5 months, get back into skimming, and we'll see. I might play Chris. So right now, I will show you on the screen, I am emailing a guy that I want to have play the role Pops. He's a writer, actor, director, and this is kind of crazy. I'm showing you this because I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get this guy yet. But he's a good, solid actor, makes his own films. He looks like a Pops. I mean, look at this guy. He's a beach guy. So Pops is, grandfather wisdom of the beach. I wrote it with Matthew McConaughey in mind, but this guy could be a great option for Pops. And I found him through a fellow actor friend who I wanted to, who I saw that he made a film with, who he was in a film with him. And so now I'm going to send him an email. So let's see what an email looks like that you want to send to someone who you don't really know, who you have a lead on for getting into your film. Off-rip Pops role. Coming of age sports drama. Hey Nick, apologies to get this to you so late. We have been working at all ends and also getting on other projects, as I'm sure you know the grind. That being said, I honestly love your presence you bring to the screen. The trailer for Find Her looks amazing, and I am going to give it a watch ASAP. Below is the screenplay as well as the pitch deck to give you a feel for the project. Let me know what you think and if you are interested, and we can go from there. Thank you for your time, Jaden. So I'm sending an email, fingers crossed. I would love to get this guy. We'll see. He could be, I think he understands because he makes his own films as well. So that's just sort of the grind. So I'm going to go to my off-rip folder here, off-rip deck. So I'm going to send him the deck, and I'm going to send him the screenplay. So I followed up because I originally messaged him in October. Okay, it's only been 2 weeks. Or it's only been a week and a half. I thought it's been much longer. Anyways, I'm going to show you guys now the pitch deck. All right, so a pitch deck. What is a pitch deck? It is something you use. It is a visual presentation. It's not a video. It's a visual presentation to talk to those that you want to bring onto your film, whether it's an actor, a crew member, a casting director, an investor, a crowdfunding video, whatever it may be. This is how you get people involved. You visually bring some. You put it in front of their face. You put it on a plate. Hey, this is what my film is going to be. This is what it's going to look like. So I'm going to show that to you now. Off-rip, visual package created by Jayden Cal. That's a surfer in the photo. Nobody has ever said anything. Hey, that's not a skimboarder. Just make it look cool, okay? Just make it look cool. That was a little Donald Trump thing. All right, the rundown. A young skimboarder supporting his single mother. Skimboarder in the photo. You got the nice rule of thirds. You've got nice text, bold enough. It can be short and sweet, punchy to the point. Okay, a young skimboarder supporting his single mother fights against all odds to become the man his family has never known but always needed, pushing through the trials within friendships, relationships, the drug scene, and competition. Cool. So that way they understand, okay, it's about a kid, it's a sport, he's dealing with this. Cool. That's the log line if you don't know what that is. Comparisons. Mid-90 meets 8 Mile. I love the grind of the life of Eminem and his sort of journey that of coming from nothing. That's sort of a parallel to this. It's someone in a broken home situation, a similar story in that sense. Mid-90s is a skateboarding film. I also reference Lords of Dogtown. That is a huge inspiration for me. But for this title, just this made sense to me. Early 2000s, Chris lives in the small town of Reddington, Florida with his alcoholic mother, young adventurous little brother. Chris and his friends come upon an opportunity of a lifetime when a big skim competition comes local. A chance at nationwide recognition and a ticket to fortune will either bring the best duo close or tear them apart. When relationships, local dealers, and tension at school begins to surface, Chris faces the dilemma of facing the storm or riding the waves. Which is kind of the same thing, it just sounded cool. All right, next thing. So you get what I'm saying here? This is just something that someone reads and it gives them an understanding. Oh, okay, the film is about this. Oh, wow, I'm really starting to see the setting. Okay, the setting, the coastline. Okay, Rosie's play, the house, blah, blah, blah. Wardrobe, okay, early 2000s. Beach life, rundown household, gentrified areas, crime-ridden neighborhoods. So it takes place a little bit of everything. The vibe, boom. A Dogtown screen grab in the background. Okay. This film will capture the vibe of skim and skate culture, combined with snippets of lifestyles that counter the culture or inflame it. So it's just more description. Okay, Chris, you have a photo of the character, you have a description of the character, young, hardworking kid with a dream, etc. Brent, this is who Ethan will be playing. Jan, Jan is okay, so let me just go through it a little bit. Chris is the, main kid. He's a single mother. He lives with Jan here. Jan is a working class, small town woman. Deals with alcoholism and is jumping between relationships because there is no stable family unit there, which is unfortunate and very common in our culture. We have Brent, who is older than Chris, very close with him, and he is a sort of a burnout at this point. He was a very well-known skimmer, but drugs, alcohol, dropping out of high school, those things are very real and they happen every day. Okay, then we've got Rosie, one of the, I would say love interest, but I'm not going to give away the film. Anyway, Rosie is a musician. She makes friends with Chris and sort of helps him on his journey. And my backlight just died. All right, new backlight? Well, let that be a metaphor for life, kids. If you ever drop out of a project, we're going to replace you. All right. So, Pops, as you can see, McConaughey, grandfather, wisdom of the beach. You guys get the point. I'm just, laying out the characters, the setting, what it's going to be. Jake, this is actually one of our actors. This is a photo of him. He's Chris's little brother. Trevor is the football athlete. That's sort of the apex predator of the story between, the jocks and the beach guys, that kind of thing. Jenny is love interest of Chris, and Trevor gets intertwined in that story. This is a story that gets very just mumble jumbo between characters, which is the kind of writing I love to do. The soundtrack. This is very important. What is the movie gonna? So a movie is two things, and people forget to understand this. A movie is visual, and a movie is audio. Sorry to flick you off, but it's visual and it's audio. Okay, so the soundtrack is very important in film. What kind of vibes do we have here? We have grunge rock, we have punk rock, alt rock, we have beach rock, and we've also got some hip hop because your boy loves some hip hop. So we kind of mix both of those vibes here. And then a guy like Matt Mason, as you see here, he is very hip hop kind of vibe into his grunge and alt rock, which I love that mix. I would love Matt Mason, if you ever see this, bro, help me score this film, dude. Okay. Next step, cinematography, mid 90s. This is Honey Boy. So this kind of realism where it's crisp, shoulder rig. I don't know if we'll be able to afford a Steadicam, so probably a lot of shoulder rig stuff, or we'll makeshift Steadicam, or dare I say it, use a gimbal. Okay, comparables, more comparables to films. Sponsors, these are different skim companies we have on board. This is a law group that is going to be partially investing. We'll see. Then we have skimmers and influencers who we've spoken to who are on board. Some of these guys, actually only one of these guys is in the area. The rest of these guys we would have to fly there. So stay tuned for future episodes. We'll see if we can fly these guys. So also Jug Squad, we would love to get involved with Jug Squad. Those guys are very big on the social media presence. I would love to get them involved with the film. They're big skimmers. Jug Squad, if you guys check this out, hit me up, bro. Hit me up. Okay. Next thing, cast wish list. This is something, if you have a bigger budget, you want to put the kinds of actors that you can afford for millions of dollars. Distribution goals, financial breakdown, and then a director's statement at the end. Show your heart of the story, why you're in it, why you're doing what you're doing. Having lived my whole life on the beaches of California and Florida, I'm extremely excited and honored to bring the first skimboarding film in the history of cinema to life. I believe it is a huge niche that is untapped thus far and will greatly impact not only the skimboard community but young adults alike, as this film is extremely real and gritty, yet teaches great life lessons along the way. Boom. Alright, so next thing's next. I showed you guys our pitch packet. I showed you guys an example email on what I would say to someone that I'm trying to get in the film. Now let's go to our Breakdown Express and see about a casting, and then we'll wrap up the video from here, and I'll keep you guys posted. So, alright, we're just going to do this from scratch. So as you can see, I have off rip. I'm just going to make a totally new casting because, well, it's just been so long. I don't want to have to reuse old stuff. Additional project info. Feature film shooting in the spring. Let me go to IMDb. Let me go to off rip. So this is our movie in pre-production. I'm going to take this. Interview audition dates. Let's do now. Let's do callback dates. Let's do this. Let's do November 1st. Shoot dates will be, we'll put February. Let's put February 16th. Reddington Beach, Florida, USA. Less than $125 a day. So let's say $125 a day because our budget's low, guys. So we'll just put, I'll just keep it short, put myself as a producer, myself as a director. I'll just fill these out. Okay, required. Oh, so not all those were even required. See, I'm just trying to make myself feel better by putting my name on everything. Breakdown Express, agents and managers. Oh, it's $125 a day, so we can do agents. Cool. Yes, I'll accept notes, demo reels, size card. Submission deadline, let's give them a month. Or 3 weeks. So we want LA, New York, Chicago. Let's do all of it. Southeast, Rocky Mountains. Actually, I'm not sure if anyone in the Rocky Mountains is going to be skimming, but okay, cool. No nudity. storyline. I knew I did that for a reason. Add a new role. Jan. Female. See, 35 to 50. She's got to be white. Or maybe mixed. Let's just say white because we already have family members cast that are white. Okay, so personality and character arc. So this is a good time to go back to that pitch packet, and we can just take from that, and we don't have to spend all day writing character descriptions and, you know, figuring all that stuff out. We can just take from here, boom, and from here. Save roll and add another. Okay, so we've got Brent, we've got Chris, let's see, we've got Jenny. Let's get Rosie. Let's see, 15 to 25. Rosie. Any ethnicity? Well, she's the mother of Nicole, so let's say we could do. Let's just not specify and see what we get. Okay, so personality and character arc. Let's go to Rosie. Boom. Okay, now let's go. We got that there. Cool. Is this a paying roll? Yes. Save roll and add another. So who have we got? We're going for our... Let's put Pops there, even though we're trying to reach out to this one guy. He might not... You never know. He might not want to do it. So let's put this casting out. Let's see if we can get Pops. Ages, let's say 40 to 60. He could be any ethnicity. This is who he is. Okay, paying roll, yes. Let's see, so we got Pops, Rosie. We've got Jake already cast. We've got Brent already cast. We've got Crit. Let's put Chris, just because I might not do the role. We'll see. Chris, male, so we'll say 17 to 23. Gotta be... It's a paying roll. Yes. Save roll. Okay, so we've got Jan, Rosie, Pops, Chris. That's good for now. Storyline. Boom, finish roll with notes. So what else we got? I agree. And we'll submit. Not posted on breakdown. Oh, that's additional info. Okay, so guys, we'll see what we got. We're putting a new breakdown in. We've got some people attached. I'll update you guys soon. And thank you so much for checking out episode 2. Episode 3 is going to come a lot sooner than this one did. All right, talk to you soon.